EM steals video game because otherwise I won't go to heaven. EM, entitled mom, DC, devil child, Mr. Bob, manager and me, a talking car. This is a long one, so grab some popcorns. So, a few months ago, I joined a small video game store for a few bucks an hour to properly arrange the games, clean the shelves, etc. The reason for this isn't cause I'm poor or am at the age where I desperately need a job, really. It's just because of my dad. My dad is one of those child perfectionists who didn't quite grow up to be all they wanted to be. I mean, he has a decent life with a decent job and whatnot, but I guess he thought he was gonna become Steve Jobs or something. Anyways, ever since he realized it was too late for him to do anything about it, he has been relying on me and my brother to become something great. Again, I respect that, but he's a bit forceful about it, so he got me a part-time job so I can get early job experience for college or something. Needless to say, after this, he never tried forcing stuff upon me and my brother again. Anyways, I had spent a few after-school hours every day for a week and was pretty content with what I was doing. It was helping me keep active anyways. I would come from school, grab a snack, change my clothes and head for work. One day, I was a bit late to work and had to hear a 15-minute lecture from Mr. Bob of the responsibility of time management. Through the lecture, EM, who looked like she was in her 40s or something, and EC, who looked like he was 9ish, were wandering through the mart. The EM wasn't paying attention to our conversation and was tugging her DC from not going upstairs, where the more pricey games were. When Mr. Bob stopped lecturing me, he told me to go sit down by the cash register while he went out to run some errands apparently. Now, I sat down like the good boy I was and waited for Mr. Bob to come back. As I was sitting there, DC comes over to me, asking me for the price of a PS4 game he held out in his hand. I checked it on the register and told him the price, which was around $50, converted. He tried handing me around $20, converted. I told him he needed around $30, converted. More, big mistake, apparently. The kid started wailing, like a whale-if it got cut in half, and bawling his eyes out. EM came rushing down the stairs, screaming, DC. DC dart. Now, I was assured that EM would try to calm her kid down, so I was a lot less worried than I was a second ago, so I proceeded to ignore the kid and doodled with my pen. As the EM whooshed across the counter and picked DC up as if she was saving him from a fire. This caught my attention. Alright. The following conversation ensued. Keep in mind, this is all translated from another language by yours truly. EM, you hid my child, you jerk, dog. Me, Mom, I didn't do it. EM ignores and cuts me off. Oh my god, what did he do to you? To DC. DC, he won't give me the game. I even tried giving him the money. I thought that would shut EM up. Oh boy. EM, why won't you give him the game? Me, Mom. He did not give me enough money for the game. EM, listen here, you terrible dog. Take the $20 and give him the game. You don't even deserve that much. You should be glad we are even buying from you. Me, I'm sorry Mom, I can't do TEM. Don't you dare talk back to Emmy, you filthy dog. You know what? You don't even deserve $20 dart. Me, calm down lady. It doesn't matter what I deserve and don't. It's law that you have to pay for what you want. EM, boy, let me tell you something. You don't understand how hard it is being a parent. Let me take this video game and you will be rewarded with heaven when you die. Kinda ref-ked up and I'm an atheist. Me, no. EM lost it. Like, she actually lost it. Imagine the loudest filthy Frank video and Jacksepticeye video and multiply it by 10. That's how loud she was screaming. At this point, even DC seemed worried. I had had enough. I reached for the game DC was desperately clutching onto and said, "Mom, please get out." She pushed me backwards, throttling me towards a shelf, and she quickly grabbed whatever she could find on the counter and ran away, the game, a few stuff from the counter, DC's hand and the store keys in her hand. I was shocked and called the cops as fast as I could. I called Mr. Bob, who rushed, and later, his face filled with anger. Oh, he was pissed. It was the first ever robbery at his store and I was the one responsible for letting EM get away, so I thought I was gonna get busted, but instead Mr. Bob focused his anger on the cops with milder co-workers. I had gotten a large cut by a nail on the shelf, all across my hand, but I didn't notice it because of my shock. When my dad heard about this and how I was hurt, he freaked out, too. Mr. Bob, Dad and the cops went straight for EM's house, who, I was told, was packing up, freaking out, planning to run away. While her child, DC, I kid you not, was happy as ever, playing the stolen game. I saw EM to the court meeting, mostly because I was a victim, but also because I really wanted the sweet taste of karma. She got jailed for assaulting a minor, theft and illegal drugs possessions because, apparently, she was caught with a stash of the good stuff in her room. She was escorted, might I add, screaming, to her jail. As I went past her, I whispered goodbye, bitch, and flipped her off. Her expression was all I needed for a full month's satisfaction.